This webinar will be presented by Natasha Hart, Vice President of the Dutch Romanian Network, which is a business platform for Dutch entrepreneurs who maintain business contacts in Romania. Vice versa, they offer a platform also to Romanian entrepreneurs with a business interest into the Netherlands. I will give you the floor to you, Natasha, now.
Okay, thank you. Hi, good of you all to come to this webinar. I have made no, let me start. I have prepared a presentation for you all, and we will go through it. But I really don't mind. Actually, I really like it. If you have a question during my presentation, please just pose it, and I will try to answer it to the best of my abilities. There's a little bit about my background. I came to Romania for the first time in 2007 for a project on the which was called the European Gateways Platform. Former life, in 2012, I made a career switch where I turned to a retailer, which started as a small antique shop and which has grown to a rather larger antique shop for the consumers, a wholesale shop for the trade, and I do lots of interior decorating, but mainly international. So it's lovely, but so I also talk from my own experience on setting up a business in the Netherlands and what happened to me and what were the lessons for me. I'm still I'm a board member of the Dutch Romanian Network. That's from a former job, but I fell in love with Romania, and in the period until 2015 till 2018-19, I bought lots and lots of antiques from Romania, and not the fancy stuff, the Florentine stuff. It's what Romania is famous for, but more the tables, the rustic stuff. But then there came this guy who has a truck, and he goes to Romania and Hungary and Poland and Bulgaria every week, and he did it much cheaper. So now I buy it wholesale, the farmers' antiques from Romania. But still, I'm very fond of it. I like working there, and I'm proud to be a member of the board of the Dutch Romanian Network. So now let me start with how to get connected or how to get started in the Netherlands. Let me see, where is it? Here. Yep, and I have to go there. Yeah. So this is the first slide, which is not very interesting. So if you want to get started in the Netherlands and you want to get connected, you really have to know a bit about our background. And that is that the Dutch have been into trade from the Middle Ages all over the world. So we do know how to trade, and we start at very young age, as you can see here in the little pictures, which is the Queen's birthday, where small children are selling everything they don't no longer want. So we are very trade oriented. We also, agriculture is a big part of our economy, but we are more into trade and services and agriculture than we are into producing stuff. What you also should know once you enter the Dutch community or the Dutch market is that we are what we call direct, but what lots and lots of people consider to be blunt. We just say it how it is. We are not that, we are very kind, we feel, I think, but it can be very blunt, or it can be perceived as blunt, which is no intention of us. And what is very important is we love working together. We love associations. We love getting together and for a greater common goal, which can also be export or can be sales or whatever. But I will explain myself a bit more on that aspect. And if you come to our market in the Netherlands, you will find it's very well organized and it's very associated for every sector, for every little product that you make, there is probably an association, whether it's bicycles, whether it's flowers, potatoes, little screws, everything has an association. And they are very useful, and you should become a member. You can use it to your advantage, because the people in that association, they are not there for their own good, but they are there to promote the sector and get and to advance the sector as a whole. So we and let me show you how that works in my own little retail imperium. We see next. So this is my shop. This is the shop window from a couple of months ago. And it's an antique shop, and it's in the center of The Hague. And it's been there, it's been active since 1998. And I took over from 2012 from my mother. It's a mix of antique and nice stuff. And if you then see, okay, this is a small 40 square feet little shop. And if you see that myself, I'm a member of the Retail Association of the street I'm in. I'm a member of the Retail Association of the city I'm in. And I'm a member of the Retail Association for the whole country. And they promote my interests. They are all lobby organizations. So if I have a problem, and now during COVID, we have lots of problems into retail. Like currently all the shops are closed at 5, and it's the fourth quarter, which is the most important quarter, and what to do. So they promote my interests. So and which is for me, I really, they're very useful for me. On the sales side, there are also all kinds of associations, and me with my little shop for my interior business, I'm a member of the Dutch Interior Design Academy, which is a rather school, but lots of project developers come there, attend the networking events, looking for people that can help them with their interior design. I'm also a member of the Internet Marketing Unit, which is an association. It's also a school, but it's also an association of very active online shops. I have a web shop. It's very active. It's doing very well. And that's partly thanks to the guys that are manning the Internet Marketing Unit. And on the sales side, I'm also a member of the Drew Pritchard Online Sales Club, which is Drew Pritchard. You probably know him or not. He's the guy from England, the salvage hunter who goes to all these castles. And last year he started, because he still sells on, but all those little shops are very much in trouble due to COVID. And he started an international online sales platform, and they do a sale, and it's now less, but I did a sale every Sunday. And you, as an antiques trader, you could forward some stuff, and he would host the show, and then he would say, okay, we're going to Natasha Hart, and she has, and it worked very, very well. And this is all sales boosters. So I'm a small shop here in the Netherlands, and I'm already a member of more than 6 associations. And I probably forgot some stuff, but these are the ones that come to mind that are very useful for me. So if you want to get connected into the Netherlands, if you want to enter the market, and if you want to become connected into the Dutch market, become a member of the relevant associations, whether it's a sales booster, a sales platform, or is a lobby organization. It's very important. I feel it gets you there. The people are very easy to talk to, because you're all members of the same club. So you're part of the club, so they will help you. Is so far anyone, any questions or no? Then I go on.
Oh. Nice presentation. I'm reading what Peter wrote.
Okay.
Peter from Agri Progress. If you need support.
Peter is also a prime example of how to associate in the Netherlands. Peter is one of are very active members of the Dutch Romanian network. And he is working for what we call clusters, so numbers of Dutch agricultural companies that are interested in doing business in Romania. So it's the other way around. But they are together, they are searching for opportunities in Romania. And Peter is the one who's coordinating that in a very well way. And that's also, I see a very big spelling mistake now. Sorry, but so that's also, Peter himself is also an example of getting associated and together colleagues in competition. So of course, yeah, we all want to benefit our own company, but let's enter the market together. And that is really how the Dutch are in there. We fight for a deal, but we work together to advance the business as a whole, whether it's in the Netherlands, and all the retailers together are talking to the Dutch government and whatever, please help me because we really need whatever we need. And we also do it to advance internationally, but it works for you as well. If you come here in the Netherlands, please join one or two of those associations. And what do we have then? I don't know if you are really looking to enter the Dutch market, but if you want to enter the Dutch market, you can either do it yourself or you can see how to get foot on the ground. And if I go back to retail, and it's also for not only retail, but there are lots of joint buying organizations active in the Netherlands. I can't read my, yeah. You can either go by agent, you can go to wholesale traders. And what is new and what is getting more and more important is the e-platforms that I don't know if Anchor Store and Fair Trade are active in Romania yet, but these are business-to-business platforms where people can buy the stuff they need for their shop or for whatever. And it's getting more and more important. If you see those two for the retail, because and also for the antiques, there are other ones. It's business to business, and but you also have some business to consumers. But we in the Netherlands are very, very used to buying online, whether it's and due to COVID, it has taken a massive flight. If you see from my shop, I sell now more than 50% of my complete turnover is online. It's no longer people coming to my shop, and it goes for the wholesale, because I also have a wholesale shop in Zevenhuizen, and it's for my consumer sale. So e-commerce, if you want to enter the Dutch market, it's really, you have to start immediately, which also goes for the socials. So Instagram, and Serena told me you should also go on TikTok, but Instagram and Facebook, it is important, and it's a good and cheap way to get a feel if the market is interested in your business. And it is not only for business to consumer, but also for business to business. So, and that's something from the last 2 years that I can say, you really have to be there digitally. Maybe you can better even start if you want to trade here in the Netherlands digitally than a shop, but that's for me. On the agent side and on the wholesale traders, it's very important that you pay good attention to which agent and which wholesale trader you use. You have high-end agents and you have medium, but if you are with a very high-end product and you end up with a very price-fighting agent, or who has more or less the clients that are price-fighting, it's not really a good match. So And on the other hand, if you're trying to export to the Netherlands and you have a high-end agent, he can also put your product a bit higher up in the market. So just don't settle for any agent or any wholesale trader. Please come to the Netherlands, meet him, and see who his clients are. It's very important for the success of your business. Even kijken. Still no questions, no comments, no discussion? No? Then we're very, very quickly done here. We, the Dutch, we are not that much into improvising, or not. We can improvise, but one of the main, we are very planning. We have everything planned. So if you come here and you are going to talk to your agent or your wholesaler, you can either say, okay, I'm just getting the feel of it, or that if you really want to come to business, you should have your plan ready, because it's for sure that they're going to ask for it. And your e-commerce strategy that's for me, that's one of my things that I have really found to be very important. But if you want to talk to an agent, and I'm talking to agents now in Spain, it's from Spain, I must say, it's very important. Have your plan. Who's your market? How much can you deliver? What is your lead time? Don't start thinking about it when you are there, but do it beforehand. And please come to the Netherlands if you want to get connected. Come and get the feel, the look, the vibe. Christian from the embassy will welcome you. Oh no, he will be leaving, but his successor will welcome you as well. So, and see what it's like, and see how small our country is, and how much traffic we have, and how much consumers, and go and look at some of our businesses, and see what your product is doing here in the Netherlands. Maybe it's not even there, but before you go for major investments, come and see and get the feel, look, and vibe. And we from the Dutch Romanian network, we are, if there's enough people wanted to come to the Netherlands, we are happy to organize a program for you. So, and before you go, get your connections beforehand. So contact your embassy here in The Hague. They are always very welcoming. And there's a special organization I want to talk to you about, which is called Rompro, which is founded by a Romanian lady, Catalina Negru. She is here in the Netherlands for, I think, already 30 years. But she has formed this association for Romanian people working in the Netherlands. And they're very helpful. They are organizing lots of events. And I think they can also be very useful for you. And then, of course, you have us, the Dutch Romanian Network, the NRCC, the NFVA, which is the investment agency, is also willing to help you. And if you really are interested, please send us an email, and we will try to get you to open some doors for you. But it's very easy to get connected into the Netherlands, not now with COVID and everybody working from home. As you can see, Peter is sitting home, I'm sitting at my home, and Julian is also sitting in his garden outside normally. But normally it's very easy to get connected, and you will find that there are lots of associations and organizations that are willing to help you. And as soon as there is more or less a relationship established, then you will find that the Dutch really are into it for the long term and are really willing to help. Not only because they have to, but because they want to, and because it's probably for both our benefits. So for yours and ours. And then we from the Dutch Romanian Network, you are all member of the NRCC, so you are aware of what the NRCC does. And we do more or less the same in the Netherlands for Dutch companies wanting to go to Romania. And we are more and more putting also focus on helping Romanian companies get set foot in the Netherlands. What is interesting to know is that all sectors are welcome, but we have an SME focus. So in SME, we say, okay, no more than, let's say 1,000 employees, but most of our members are way smaller than that. We have a couple of large ones, but most of them are between 10 and 25 employees. And this is what we do. We have some task forces. Agriculture is our very active one, where Peter is a member, or not only a member, is one of the driving forces.
Thank you.
Yeah. We organize trade missions in and out if there is no COVID. And we have our bi-weekly business newsletter. And normally we have networking events. And our next networking event, and you are all very much invited, it's in the Netherlands, it's our Romanian Business Day, which usually, if it's allowed, there are about 100 to 150 Dutch entrepreneurs coming. And hopefully this year as well. We had to postpone it. It was scheduled for December, but we had to postpone it until February. And one thing you should know, the Dutch Romanian network, it's if you want to become a member, and that's also what you will see, is that the company becomes a member, which allows all your colleagues and everybody that works for your company to join our events. So it's not a personal membership, it's a company membership. And that's also why I mentioned Rompal, because there you have a personal membership. So if you are just coming for one or two to see, Rompal can also help. But as a member of the NRCC, you're more than welcome. I think that concludes my, this is, so what we can offer you, but I'm not selling the Dutch Romanian network here for you. I'm selling Holland, so I leave this one. So these are my contact details, and this was what I had prepared for you. And I do hope there are some questions now.
Thank you, Natasha. Thank you very much. I would also suggest if you can leave your contact data in the chat.
Yeah.
So people can copy it.
Yeah.
And if there are any questions, I also encourage you to do it, because she's right here in front of us and she can give us all the answers.
I don't have a question, but I want to make a compliment to Natasha.
Oh,
it was a very practical story, I think. I heard, you are in many webinars and a lot of theories. This is a really practical story, and that's good. So that's
thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's from my own experience. So.
Yeah, and that's you can feel that. You can hear it. You can feel it. Yeah. So I think that can help. I hope it can help a lot. I don't know if there are Romanian companies who want to export to Holland, but here in the group, I don't. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also wanted to ask if there are anybody in the event who has a business in the Netherlands.
Hello.
Yes.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
I am Corina Holerga. I am from Famatech, Romania.
Yeah.
And we are interested in exporting to the Netherlands in the near future.
Hello.
You know,
yeah,
nice
2 weeks ago, I think. Yeah.
I missed you.
Yeah, I miss you too. Yeah, I miss you too. How is your business? I think you were near to a distributor, I think, last time, huh?
Yes, we're way nearer now.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay.
we actually found 2 distributors, and we are at the beginning, but it's looking good.
Okay.
And I found the presentation very interesting. Thank you, Miss Hart.
Oh, thank you. You can call me Natasha. No problem. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I found very useful information there, how to start, actually.
Yeah, but you have taken the first steps already, since I understood you have two distributors to choose from.
At the beginning, it's all at the beginning, so the information is always useful.
Okay.
Yes.
If I can
Thank you
help,
very much.
yeah, and if I can help in any way, I'm not that big in pharma, I must say. But
no, sorry, there's a mistake there. We're not in the pharma business. We are in the industry business,
okay.
industrial. So it's a name that is not very, yeah.
Yeah.
Many people make that mistake, pharmatech with pharmatech. It's
Okay.
actually technical materials, industrial materials, like
Corina, yeah, that's what I want to tell you. Take one of those spares and show what you are doing.
Yeah, this is
much easier.
Yeah. Okay, what is that?
It's a bellow. It's a protection bellow, actually.
Okay.
For many industries, it covers the equipment.
Okay.
To protect it, or something to go through it, or so we are on a we do everything for everyone, actually.
Okay.
It's hard to get a target.
Yeah, okay, but it's a useful product. That's why you can do everything for everyone is producing and in an industry,
Yeah.
more or less. Okay, good to know.
Thank you. Thank you.
But what industries it's mainly used, Corina? I forgot. What is
In the nuclear business, actually.
in the nuclear?
Yeah, in the food industry.
Ah.
In the cement industry. In I think in almost all industries, you can find equipment that needs bellows or protection or connections, flexible connections.
Yeah.
So it's a very big market we have.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
And Julian, can I ask, what is your interest in the Netherlands?
Well, hello everybody again. I'm living in Belgium for 15 years now, and I'm a trainer. I deliver leadership development programs here in Belgium.
Okay.
And I'm very close to the Netherlands. I even have a holiday home in Breskens in the Netherlands. So I was just curious to see what my fellow Romanians are interested in doing in the Netherlands, and if I'm able to help. I'm also quite familiar with the Netherlands environment, business environment, and I know a lot of Dutch people being here in Flanders in Belgium. And yeah, that's I saw this on LinkedIn for a long time. I was thinking to get connected to this kind of organizations, but I didn't. So I finally took a decision to see if there is something there that I can help with. Yeah.
Nice of you to join then. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean, do I need to do some kind of approach to someone, especially to become a member of this Netherlands Romanian Chamber of Commerce, or what is? Should I go on a kind of a website and see what's going on there?
Yeah, you can go either to So now we get a conflict of interest, Anna. We are both sister organizations. The Netherlands Romanian Chamber of Commerce is in Bucharest, and the Dutch Romanian network is in the Netherlands. So if you are, I'm in a difficult position now.
I would let me help you there. Probably being here, I would rather be becoming a member of the Dutch located entity.
Okay. No,
right.
let me get. Then hopefully I will get your contact details.
Yeah, I just copied your email. I will write you an email afterwards. So
okay.
Then you have my contact details.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And one more question. I mean, yeah. Christian, what is your office doing exactly? What is really doing? Not, I mean, politically, I can imagine a lot of stuff, but what is really doing your office?
Well, Julian, you would have had a better view if you participated this morning in the webinar. It was fully dedicated to my presentation. It was 11:30 the Dutch time. I mean our time here. Well, it's rather easy in few words because already Natasha that she's doing a wonderful job, by the way, and I love her, and I'm not ashamed to say that in public. I mean, we've done so many things together, you know. I mean, in a sense, to bring the countries together. So, which is not easy because that means work, and you know that that's difficult to put all the ingredients together. So, coming back to your question, actually, politically, there's none. Or close to none. Of course, working in the embassy, that's there are certain framework that you have to abide to. But other than that, I'm an employee of the Ministry of Economy, or whatever the name has in Romania. That's nowadays that's a new ministry formed, the Ministry of Entrepreneurship and Tourism. Where actually I'm pending to the Department of Foreign Trade. That's what I do, and actually I'm trying to link the two ends of the business from Romania to the Netherlands. And while my colleagues in Bucharest, they are doing Netherlands to Romania, I'm doing Romania to the Netherlands. So that's basically the most that covers our job description. But of course, we are doing. It depends. We are doing more than that. I mean, whenever we feel that's a scope in engaging in a certain line that would become interesting to the countries in terms of economy, like it has been with the hydrogen initiative cooperation between the green hydrogen between the two countries. Then again, you know, it's not trade, but it's innovation, it's energy, it's competitiveness increase. So that's how everything falls in place. And by the way, because you are in Belgium, you know, you're my colleague there. It's a very active person, and if you send me an email, I'll put you in contact with him in Brussels. And he has also very good contacts, and there's a connection also with I think with Baroba or something like this. There are certain lines of business that and associations, Belgian, Romanian. So that's good to be included in those also. And I'm happy that you want also to be close to us, because we are fighting for any, let's say, good anchor. I mean, reliable anchor in order to promote the business between the countries. So in short, that's what I'm doing. No, you are muted.
Yeah. Thank you, Christian.
Thank you, Christian. Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Peter, just maybe you all know everybody, but I'm new in this group. So Peter, what you are, nice to meet you. What are you doing?
Nice to meet you. What I'm doing? At the moment, I'm sitting behind the screen, like many times. But my company name is Agri Progress, and that's where we are standing for, developing sustainable progress in agri and food chains. Now, that's a lot of words, but we're working on business development to Romania. So I think we started since 2007. We started for the first time in Romania. It was my first time in Romania. And I think I supported more than 40 companies, investors, to develop business in Romania. And that is in the agri-food, that means in the dairy sector, horticulture, fruit, in the green sector recently. So, and these are companies partner companies, but also investors. And probably there's a lot going on in the Dutch agriculture. A lot of environmental restrictions, measures are coming up. I say sometimes what we have too less in Romania, we have too much in Holland. And and that's, I think, also an opportunity. But the point is, Romania is not known or badly known in Holland. And there the DRN, Natasha is doing very good work, or the DRN totally. But there is a lot of work to do, because it was actually by coincidence that I started in Romania. I worked a lot in Ukraine and Russia and this area, also in business development. And then when Romania became part of the EU in 2007, 2008, we thought, we were on a business trip and with a group of friends, and we saw so many opportunities. And I like the country in some way. It's in my eyes. In my eyes, it's quite open for foreigners, and also for foreign investors. Of course, there are discussions about the foreigners who are buying land, and it's also good to be critical on that. In my eyes, you have also to bring something. It's not only buying and speculation. That should not be, in my eyes. And the other way around. And actually, I became also director of a farm for 5 years in Romania, and then I felt bad because I didn't speak anyway the language. So and you could when you were sitting on the combine, I could not understand the driver. On the and so I'm trying to learn also some Romanian via the Rompro, actually. That's So I'm quite connected, and like Corina, I met in the north of the Netherlands. I'm also, and I talk about but Agri Progress. We have a network of farmers, trainers, and we are also open to help people to develop the business in Western Europe. That's and I'm also in the middle of some discussions in Holland about this whole ammoniac. So I like development, I like innovation, and we do various things. In leadership, you are more in the leadership programs, I understood, or what?
Yes, Peter, I'm doing this, and I completely entered the market by myself.
Oh, really?
And I'm proud of it, because you can imagine calling people, telling them that you come from Romania to teach them leadership is a little bit nuts, but it worked at the end. And that's one of the points I'm here is I know it's difficult for a Romanian to come to work in this area. The image of Romania is changing. It's changing for good. It's changing for better.
For sure.
It's improving every day. And I think that they should have more courage to come in this area, because there are a lot of good products in Romania, good companies, good people, talented people, but for some reason they don't yet dare to try the waters, if you want. So that's why I'm here. I'm here to offer to share my experience with them and tell them how it worked for me, and it not necessarily will work for them, but at least they can try it. So.
Nice. And you work also in agri-food sector? You do things?
No. I in fact have no customer in the food sector, but one company that is producing some production machines. It's a German company, and their subsidiary in Belgium is working with me. They produce weight labeling machines, which are all sold in the food industry. So for packaging. But I have no connection in Belgian or Dutch agriculture area. But I know you are doing fantastic work in Netherlands, and if we would be able in Romania to do a quarter of what you do, we will be the number one in Eastern Europe, I think. So.
It's. Yeah, there is enormous potential in my eyes. Hey, you have enormous amount of good soils, and yeah, and it's a pity that when I was farming, I sold the wheat to Glencore. They loaded it in a ship in Breda or in Galach. They brought it to Constanza, and then it went by ship to Rotterdam. And then in Holland, the pigs are fed with these grains, and then we exported the meat, also partly to Romania. So yeah, and that is actually, it's just an example, but there are so many opportunities to develop more added value in Romania. And now, yeah, that is also a focus I have for all the sectors at the moment.
I agree.
Yeah.
I give always this example of the Netherlands, Romanians being working in agriculture, that a country like yours, which is barely sand, it was able to become one of the biggest exporter in the world in agricultural products. So if you can do it, Romania has no excuse.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
And Corina, you are based in the Netherlands?
We will.
No, in Romania.
No.
In Romania, okay.
Yeah, in Romania, in Sibiu, actually.
Sibiu. I am from Sibiu. My mother, in fact, is from Sibiu, and we moved to Bucharest when I was 2 years old.
Okay, so
Still, my sister is in Sibiu for now. Yeah.
Ardelean la origine. Yes.
I still Bucharest because I grew up in Bucharest. So yeah.
I studied in Bucharest, so I have to.
All my holidays were on Strada Olar numărul 4.
Okay.
It's very nice to see people that are also doing networking online, which is great because that's the new normal. Yeah. I suggest also to change the email so you can get in touch.
I already put my email on the chat, so
don't forget to save the chat after the event. If there are any other questions for Natasha?
No. Okay.
Thank you very much. Then it was a very, very interesting presentation.
Thank you.
And, very useful information that you share with us. Thank you everybody for attending. Do not forget that the NRCC and the Embassy of the Netherlands in Romania are gladly to invite you to join the first event from next year. Hopefully it will be live. There will be no more restrictions, Anna. And it will take place on the 12th of January at Atene Hilton, starting with 7 p.m. So if you want to register to this event, then get in touch with Anna and reserve your ticket. All their events are very, very nice. So it's a not to be missed event. Thank you also everybody for being here with us. Thank you for everybody who attended all the events this week. I really hope they shared valuable information with you. And I would like to wish you all a very, very nice holiday and a happy new year, and 2022 to be even better than it was this one. Anna, if you want to share anything?
Only that who wants to contact us can do that through info@nrcc.ro or straight to my LinkedIn page.
Yeah,
thank you all for being here.
He's not on the screen, Anna.
Yeah, she appears with NRCC.
Yes, I'm with the Netherlands Romanian Chamber of Commerce.
That's your name?
Name, not really, but the people know who is hosting the meeting. Sorry.
Okay.
So it's the
I want to say thanks a lot, NRCC and also DRN, but the NRCC did a lot of organization.
Our pleasure as usual.
It was interesting. I did not follow everything, but sometimes. But,
you can watch all the videos on our Facebook page, Netherlands Romanian Chamber of Commerce. All the videos are there.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay, nice.
Thank you all.
Okay.
Thank you all. Have a great day.
Have a nice weekend. A weekend, Guna.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Natasha. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. See you Wednesday.